Hi everyone, Coder back again with another Unity Asset Store review, and this video we're checking out the FPS Shooter Kit from Maksim Bugrimov. So good they had to put shooter in there twice. It is a strange mutant apocalypse pack. It's got 10 lovely weapons, 5 freaky AI monsters for us to run away from screaming. Oh, they are beautiful looking, I have to say that. But how does it compete with the rest of the FPS controllers out there? Can it compete with the FPS Face Off? We're going to sit back and find out. Oh my word, they are beautiful, but they are enough to give you nightmares. Look at them. Talking about nightmares, run away. Come on, I'll see you in a second, come on. Hi everyone, Coder here inside Unity, and we're playing with the FPS Shooter Kit from Maksim Bugrimov. Well, it's a collaborative effort between Maksim Bugrimov, the artist extraordinaire, and I don't know who he was, working with him to make the code for this FPS Shooter Kit. What do we get in this FPS Shooter Kit? We get 10 wonderful weapons with animations, 5 different textures for the arms. Let me show you those textures for the arms. Let's get down here to hands. So we get this camo-y looking one, or this camo-y looking one, or this camo-y looking one, or this different camo one, or this different camo. You get a running theme. They're all different camo textures for these arms. What else do we get? We get 5 monsters. There we go, 5 monsters. We get the Parasite, Parasite Alpha, Fat, Slider, and Spider. The FPS Shooter Kit from Maksim Bugrimov and his mate, it comes in at $69.99. You get change of a cent from $70. Now, if you do have the Plus or Pro, you do get it for $55.99. I think it's a bargain for what you get. Why do I think it's a bargain? Well, you get 5 monsters. You get, look at these monsters you get. These are animated. They vary from the number of animations you get. Like this guy's got 10, this guy's got 9, this guy, he's got 10 here as well. You get 10 animated weapons, and this is the thing that makes it exciting. These guns are all animated. You also get some knives as well, and a flashlight. If you wanted to buy all of this stuff individually, this is why I'm saying it's a bargain. It's going to cost you a shed load. It's going to cost you a lot more. I'll show you what I mean. If we pop over to the monsters, this monster pack is $40. So that means of your 70, you've got 30 quid change. Now, 30 quid to get 10 guns? Let's be honest. What are the price of this pistol here, this animated one, is $9.90, right? This shotgun, $14, just changed for $15. This one, $15 there or thereabouts. This one under a tenner. This one under 15. You see what I'm getting at? It's a lot of money you'll be paying if you wanted to have these individually. Now, if you wanted them without the animations, just the weapons alone, they're about 20 quid, 10 quid each. Now, you do get a bargain at the moment. He's doing a special bundle price. You get the 10 weapons, no animations, but you get them all for 15 quid. Now, we don't know how long this crazy discount's going for, so if you just wanted these weapons, I would say pop over here, grab it while it's on discount, because nothing is normally about $90. But that's what I'm saying. This, for $70, it's a bargain for what you get, because they are animated. So let's pop into Unity, see what these wonderful animations and models are like. But also, don't forget, it is an FPS Shooter Kit, so we do need to score it and check out what it is like as a controller itself. Is it any good? Can it compete? What is this like? Well, I'll tell you. I have played about with this. I did this on a live video on my stream on Twitch, and immediately you can see the thing that stands out to me. That's right. Whenever he's running, especially with this pistol, it looks like he's changing gear in a car. He's driving a tractor and he's changing gear. What on earth is going on with this left-hand animation? Have a look at this one. Knife. Here you go. Punching. Punch, 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 punch. It's like they haven't seen anyone run before. That's what it's like. And when you're walking, I'm a zombie. Frankenstein's monster. It is weird. You're telling me this isn't weird? This is pretty weird, I have to say. Well, what is it? What are the controls like? The controls are pretty simple. So before we start flicking through the weapons, we'll see what do we get. We don't get a lean left and lean right. So that's a shame. We do get a jump. Not a massive jump, but we get a jump. We get a crouch. Look, we get a crouch. We don't get a climbing. We don't get a swimming. But you've got a crouch and jump and a run. But that's about it. That's about it when it comes to the controller. It does say that there's a sit down, but I haven't tested it because I've got nothing to test it on. It is weird. Let's have a look through the different weapons we get. Right, so let's go number one. Number one, we've got this pistol. And we'll ignore the freaky, bizarre run animation, which, to be fair, it's hard to ignore. Look, this is walking. This is fine. This is nice. Let's shoot. That's a nice little pop. We got smoke coming off. It ejects the cartridge. Nice. We like that. What's the reload? Look at that. It is a good animation on the weapon. We got the ammo that counts down, top right, and automatically reloads. If I push R, forces a reload. You cannot fault this. This is lovely, and the quality of that pistol is nice. And if you just leave it here, it'll run into an idle. Look at that. That is a lovely little idle animation. His arms and his hands are nice. Textures a little bit cartoony in places, like on the stitching. Not too sure about that. But in general, it's nice. I like it. I think his models and his animations at that point are lovely. It's just a shame about this. They just needed to watch a video or watch each other running around. So, what do you look like when you're running? I don't know, Maxim. I don't know what I look like. I've never watched myself run. I know. Let me watch you run. Here, put this toy pistol in your hand. How are you running? And I'm pretty sure he doesn't do this. If he does, well, he needs to get himself more friends. That's all I'm going to say. Number two. We got a shot. Now, the pump action shotgun, I would say that I would like, look at that nice little animation there. I would like the material to be a little bit, well, a little bit darker maybe. It's a little bit too light for me. But it's got a nice audio, nice animation. You got one bad side is that. Watch this animation now. Reload. It snaps back. It snaps back. And you need to reload each one individually. So if I just blow that off. Now I'm going to need to do reload each one individually, but it just snaps. It doesn't move nicely. It doesn't smoothly go back to the idle. It just snaps back, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I like this. I like this little idle animation here, but I don't like the other one. Okay, we've got this lovely little Uzi type gun. You can tell I know my guns. Pop, 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 pop. Now, as you notice, it doesn't leave any damage, any decals on the walls. That's a downside. That's not great. You would like it to leave a little bit of marking, and then, you know, they'll fade out, like all the other FPS controllers in the FPS Face Off are doing. This one is not doing that. So basically, at the moment, it is at a disadvantage. 69.99, and as an FPS controller, we don't have the leany lefty, leany righty. We don't see that we've got swimming and no climbing up any ladders. Well, it might be, but we don't see them. So I think it seems more like a showcase for his weapons and his models than anything else. Right, number 4, what have we got here? I like this. But if I zoom in, now I've got Q and E to see. I can't actually zoom in on this lens on my scope. I like that little pop in. I like that. How does he run? He runs away. Look, he runs away with this. See that? If he's holding it in 2 hands, he's doing it right. It's when he gets that left hand loose, he doesn't know what to do with it. Doesn't know where to put his hands. How does the reload on that? Oh, it's got a lovely reload animation. I would say that there's a toss-up between this and 3D Massen's gun packs. They are both very nice. 3D Massen's gun packs, a little bit darker models on these guns, a little bit dirtier. This one's got, you know, scratches and wear and tear, but it's just they're a little bit still too clean. It feels like he takes care of his weapons. Oh, I went on one a little bit too much. Here we go. Look at this. Watch this. I'm going to pop this one out. Oh, I love that. Boom, boom. Oh, that's nice. Boom. My favourite is the reload. Watch this reload. If I just zoom, I'm going to do right click zoom, which is just for better aim. And watch this reload. Pop. Load them in. Go on. Oh. You can imagine though, as you're loading this in, someone's attacking you. You can't stop the animation. So you need to put that in yourself to be able to stop that animation. To say, no, stop loading! Stop reloading! I'm getting shot at. I wonder if we can... And that's nothing. I've just used one and I'm just reloading the whole lot. Can I change weapons as I'm reloading? No, you can't. It forces you to stay with this one here. So can't change. Forces you to play out the whole animation, then it switches. That's a shame. Right, another zombie. Grenade zombie. When he runs, he's punching. Punch them! I'm a zombie who likes punching people. Okay. Did you see that? Tell me you saw that, because I saw that. I'm pretty sure you saw that. Forget that he's punching a camel, right? Now watch this. Pop. See that? His animation just pops back to the start. It doesn't go seamless. It doesn't loop nicely at all. It just goes cut. It's a bit lazy. It's a bit lazy. This is one of my favourite ones because now I can use the E and Q keys to zoom. It would have been nice to have done that on the other scoped rifle as well. Pop. You could have poked yourself in the eyeball. Look at that. I do love that. Bop. That is nice. Let's reload. See, these animations are lovely. He's running. That looks alright as well. It's just a shame about his one-handed ones. Look at that. I'm a zombie. Right. Flashlight. Alright. Oh, he's punching again. Look at that. What I like about the flashlight, I do have can bosh someone on the head with it. Bosh. But if I turn out the lights by pushing P, you see? Oh. I can push F to turn off my flashlight and everything gets dark and spooky. Boo! There you go. Jump scare. Jump scares. Okay, let's put the light back on with O. Alright, where were we? That was number 8. Number 9, you got a knife. You got, whoa, right click. Okay. You see that? Again, the animations, they don't loop. And now I can't, it's got like a timeout here. Right clicking. Now I can't do it again. How long is he making me wait for? See, look, now I'm not sure you can hit. I'm saying C, as though you can see my fingers. Can you see my fingers, everyone? No. But if I'm moving, I can stab. I'm right clicking, stabbing. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with my mouse button. Now if I stand still, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? It's like it's going through an animation. That is weird. Left's fine. If I go right click poke, left click slash, right click poke, left click slash, that works. Very odd. Very odd indeed. That was number 9. Let's have a look at number 10 now. You might think it's a spanner, but it's not. It's a little axe. It is a little axe. Right click. It's going weird again on the right click. See, if I move and right click, if I move my mouse and right click, it's alright. If I keep my mouse still and I right click, oh, now it's doing it. Now it's woken up. That is weird. Something weird's going on. Trust me. My mouse is fine. Let's keep that still so we can see an idle. Wait for it. There you go. Look what it looks like. It's pretty, isn't it? It's got a lovely texture on it. I have to say it's got a very lovely texture on this. So there you go. There's Bosh. Bosh. What's the left? Slash. Just, I think it's the same animations as the knife. What's the... except for the poke. Swap the poke. Oh, see, he's done it again. It's weird. It's like it needs, it's raycasting that it needs something, you think, and then you go, okay, I'm in exactly the same position, so it should be poking out. Very odd. Very odd indeed. I do like this little axe. Imagine yourself chopping a tree down with this. Chop. 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 But let's pop in here and have a look. There they are. Now look, these models are lovely. Should we take a risk? Get close to them? Yeah, let's do it. Let's get close so we can see how beautiful these models are. This is where your money's really spent. Look at them. Oh, bugger! Look at them. Look at their faces. Oh! Oh, they're ugly little things. Wow, they've moved fast. Oh, I hit that. Oh, can you? Oh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Look at that. Oh, look at that one. Oh, bugger, we're covered. Okay. I don't think this weapon's going to help us. Right, shotgun it out. Drag him down. Look at that blood splatter. Lovely. Oh! Oh! Okay, we've got to change weapons. Oh, yes. Bit overkill? I think so. Oh, look at that. Bloody hell, took that load. Oh! Oh! Wow. Oh! Is that a headshot? I'll tell you that. Shine the light on. Right, let's see if we can take him out. Old school style. Oh! Look at that! Oh, that's me! Oh! 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 Look at it! Oh! Oh! Oh my word! Oh my word! Look at those flames just popping on it! Oh my word! That is a face only a mother could love. So yeah, we get all of these fellows. All of these fellows in this pack. They've got a nice set of animations on them as well. They were scary coming at you. So these are the siders. Like these ones. What are these ones like? That is disgusting. So that's the text. That's on the texture there. Whereas these teeth coming out on the model. What goes through your mind when you come up with these? Really, what is the mind that can come up with a creature like this? Wow, that is a beautiful texture on there, I have to say, and on his head as well. Wow, is it like some kind of? Was it like it got infected, like by some symbiont, and now it's taken over slowly? That's disgusting. Oh, what about these ones? These ones are the scariest ones. Oh wow. It's like the forest on steroids, isn't it? Oh. Oh, it's got me thinking of what we can do with these animals. Well, these animals, these monsters, these mutants, these creatures. Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth? Where's the fifth? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth? Am I going mental? Where's the fifth? Oh, look at that. It's bursting out of his chest. Oh. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't it say that you get 5? Hello? Hello? Oh! Jesus! Okay. There's the fifth one. Wow. He doesn't like being shot. Oh! Oh, he breathes fire. I don't think he expects us to be on this side of it, to be honest. Oh! Oh! He's a bit angry, isn't he? He is a bit angry. Is he immortal? Let's see. Throw a couple of grenades at his face. Are they ever going to go off? I think they go off and they're flying down to the... Get him in the eyeball. Should we get him in the eyeball? Double points. Come on. Come on, stand still. Oh! Come on. That was a good shot. I don't think he's going to die. Oh, he is! He killed him! Wow. So that's the fifth one. There he is. Let's jump on him. Oh, he doesn't have a glider! No glider! Plop. So, if we go to these nasty looking bellies, it's just the shader. Maybe it's the shader that lets it down. It's a bit too shiny, a bit too plasticky looking. That for me lets it down. But I don't suppose you would see these long enough to be able to sit here and poke holes in them, because you'll be running or you'll be dead. Well, they'll be dead. But that's the only bad thing I'd see about this. It just, sometimes they feel a little bit plasticky looking. But how many times have I seen someone's intestines being ripped out through their chest and a weird mutant arm poking out of it? Not often. So maybe it's realistic. I just don't know. I don't think so. Here, look at his face. Here, the textures not so detailed. Whereas you look at this guy, and a lot more detail has gone into him. So it just feels like sometimes they focused on certain areas, and other parts of the model they kind of leave thinking that you won't focus on it. And to be fair, when you're running around screaming, you don't focus on it. There you go. So the models aren't perfect. The models aren't like without flaws, but they are still beautiful, I have to say. And they're freaky. The imagination in this guy is disturbing. Seriously, disturbing. Look at these ones. Oh, naughty boys. Naughty boys that they are. Look at that. Oh, you can just imagine those chasing you down through a dark forest. Very much like the forest. It kind of feels like it's inspired by the forest, and then he's just taking it one extra notch of madness. Alright, I'm going to give this a score now. I've got to give it a score as both a collection of art assets and a FPS controller. As an FPS controller, I mean, you get a lot of individual scripts. It's broken down nicely so you can tweak it and play about with your scripts, but you can't really make a external module add-on without hacking away. It doesn't really matter if it's your game that you're playing about with, because it's quite easy to manipulate. But if you want to do an add-on for somebody else to use for this kit, well, it's not really going to be that easy. You're losing out on some basic functionality. Climbing, leaning left, leaning right, swimming would be great to be in there. It doesn't have that. It does have jumping, does have crouching. Apparently you can sit down. Stop hissing at me. Hang on, let's take these bad boys out. So as an FPS controller, it lets itself down, but you do get all this wonderful AI. Look at that. You do get lots of lovely monsters, and his models are beautiful. Oh, bugger. Not the most, you know, I'm going to say the AI isn't the smartest, but at least you get something. I mean, look at that one, he's just hugging a wall. But at least it's something, you know what I mean? You get something for your pack. They are a bit scary when they come up to you, I'll tell you that. They do put the frighteners on you. Now, if you were going to buy all of these individually, like I've said before, it's a no-brainer. If you wanted these animations, these guns, these monsters, you need to buy this pack because you're saving a fortune. However, I'm marking it down for this. I'm marking it down for this left hand that he never knows what to do with it. I'm marking him down for zombie walking, throwing a grenade. And I'm also marking it down for these animations that just cut and they don't transition nicely and they're not smooth loops. These are little lazy things that, I'm sorry, it just lets it down. It means, actually for me, I would struggle and I would need to modify these myself to be able to use them. So for that reason, he gets a little bit of a downgrade. But then, his support, both of the guys, Maksim, who does the artwork for this, and the other bloke, I've forgotten his name, I do apologise, who did the coding. When I had an issue, they replied very quickly, and they seem to be wanting, I would say, to really be very helpful to me as a user. So, customer support, he's always updating his stuff. He's got a weird pricing model on the asset store that I can't really work out what to do with, but when it comes to this particular asset, it works in your favour because it's a bargain. All of these, I'm going to say that this, see a little cut animation there? Distract myself. It's a 3.5 out of 5. It is a 3, and it pains me because I wanted to give this a 4, but just a couple of things like those animations really let it down. But other than that, I love it. I love this pack. That's it for the FPS Shooter Kit. It didn't really do well enough to get through to the next round of the FPS Face Off, but it is beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful artwork I've seen on the asset store in a long while. It is fantastic to look at, and really it's a bargain. But unfortunately, as an FPS controller, it doesn't make it through. So guys, don't forget we are on Twitch every Friday and Saturday, 9 PM GMT, well, UK time, because you know we've got summertime as well. So 9 PM UK time. all the w's.twitch.tv/themessycoder. And if you do like these videos and you want to see more, tell all your friends, your neighbours, click like, click share, put a comment down below, and come over to our Discord. The link is in the description down below. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now, and down below there's that big juicy subscribe button, and right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.